Start stream. Okay. So, the public has voted. It was 50-50 until someone saw the poll on Twitter, direct messaged me and went, "Hey, I want to see the PlayStation 4 controller." So that's what we're doing tonight. We got Exhibit A, this boy. It's broken. Put the one that works over there so we don't get confused. We got tools. Now comes the fun part. We use the tools on the PlayStation 4 controller. Should I have looked up a tutorial before starting this? Yes. Did I do that? No. Let's see here. That's a 1. That's a 2. So the other one's the 0. Yep. 0. Is this one smaller? What's this one say? What's this one say? pH 0. Y 0. One of those two. Yeah, pH 0 is what I want. I'm going to be trying to be dictating everything I do as best I can. Because you never know. Somebody might find this instead of, you know, a competent tutorial where someone knows what they're doing. Because let's be honest, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, as always. So, Phillips head 0. I'm going to remove these 4 screws back here on the back of the controller. Hey, and if we finish this, we can always get to what I was originally planning tonight before my little brother came to me with a broken controller. That's the dice. We could always edit the dice images after this. No reason why not. So, screw number 1. We're gonna set them there. I really should set these in like a dish of some kind. Do I have like a dirty mug I could put these in? No, the one time I need a dirty dish. Clean your room, you monster. I know where everything is. Mostly. I'm a chaos entity, it's fine. I'm aware. That's 2. Now I'm going to be honest, I don't quite know what's wrong with this. Well, I know functionally what made it do the thing that it's having trouble with. By the way, one of the trigger buttons doesn't work. And, it's because my dog, not my dog, Jason's dog, Sadie, is a ball of chaotic energy, as most puppies are. And Jason left this, I did not get all the sleep I wanted. That's rough. Sleep is important. I really should have just tagged this IRL. Or, like... Also, speaking of tags, like, at Twitch, please let us make our tags programmatically. I don't want to have to open my Twitch UI every time I need to change what I'm playing. I'm going to just guess that this is what I need to do. Just separate the 2 halves of the shell. This would be a lot easier with a spudger. Do I have a spudger? Spudger. Maybe there's a spudger head in here. There is a spudger head in here. Beautiful. Spudger. We're going to take the spudger and we're going to very gently ease it into the crease of the controller and apply torque such that it opens this boy up a little ways. This is not working like I wanted it to. Okay. I'm just going to run it along the seam here and hope we don't break anything. Although, judging by that noise I just heard, maybe that's not the best idea. You know what we really should do? Is look up a tutorial for this and just follow that. Am I missing a screw somewhere? Come on. Lift on out of there, please. in hindsight, we probably should have used a nylon spudger instead of the one I'm using right now, because I'm scratching this controller. But don't worry about it. It's already pretty scratchy-scratchied, because it got by a jog. It got by a dog, not a jog. I saw jorts and my brain immediately went, jorts? That means J. Am I missing a screw here? Is that a reset button? Yes, jorts, by the way. The jorts are the one true fashion. I also may or may not have accidentally turned this on, which is a problem. How do I turn this off? I feel like this is a thing you shouldn't do. I mean, it's broken already. I'm not gonna do anything worse to it. Hang on. You know what I do need to do, though? We need to open another Chrome window here. And we need to go iFixit PS4 Controller. I'm only 21 and I'm already a chaotic dad. Yes. I am the dad friend. This was well established. Charging port, plastic shell, battery, L2R2 rubber components, buttons, touchpad. Just give me the disassembly. We're gonna go with battery replacement because it's gonna be roughly what I need. It says it's pretty easy. So we remove the 4 screws, beginning with the left handle. Okay, left handle's loose. Slide it up towards the joystick. Okay. Well, we introduced some opening there. Okay, well, we open the right and left handles. Right and left handles have been opened. Then we go into the case near the following buttons. Here, roughly. If I can get the spudger in there. There we get. Get in there. Ooh, come on. Do that again. I thought I just needed to fix the trigger. Yes, I do only need to fix the trigger, but I'm using the battery replacement guide to learn how to take this apart. This is why we use a nylon spudger. Ooh, come on. How do I turn this off? I've been awake since 13:30 your time. Rough. Majorly rough. How do I turn this off? There we go. But yeah, the right trigger button is hecked, so I need to open it. You know, the worst part about Twitch running ads on my channel is I see none of that revenue because I don't get a consistent enough audience to audition for partner yet. So unlike YouTube, where I used to get ad revenue and I don't anymore, but that's beside the point. Come on, open, you dingaloid. Come on. We stand insomnia. Relatable. I'm working on a thing in my spare time that I won't talk about until it's released, like a good internet boy. Because last time I talked about something before I released it, it didn't get done. So, I'll be a good content creator and not talk about my project until it's done and live. Because sometimes professionalism is required. Okay, buddy. I got one request for you, and that's to open. Okay. We're going to try something a little different. Instead of that one, let's go with this one. Also, has the context of Stan changed, by the way? Because, like, Stan in my brain makes me think of, like, a crazed fan who is, like, who has, at a minimum, severely inconvenienced the creator by their actions. Including, but not limited to, stalking. Or, you know, standard obsessive internet fan things. Can I, like, Stan is stalker fan? Well, it used to mean... Gosh dang it. Ow. It used to mean, Stan as in, you know, like the Eminem song Stan. But apparently, why are you being so stubborn, controller? Just let me fix you. Ow, mother... Apologies for any coarse language, but I get startled easily when I'm trying to fix things, and I may not filter very well. Which is troublesome because I usually do filter so well. Get with your internet gay lingo. We just use it for things we really like now? Oh. I mean, at least it's not negative anymore. You know, I tilted the camera this way so I could actually work on my desk. And then I immediately proceeded to not work on my desk. Which I really should be. This is kind of intricate work. Okay, after I... Why is this difficult? This should not be difficult. Why are you like this, controller? I don't want to, like, break it further. What we're going to do is we're going to leave that in there, which is really bad practice. Don't do this. And then we're going to take another spudger. And of course, what's going to happen is as soon as I apply pressure here, the other one's going to come shooting out, which is exactly why you don't do what I'm doing right now. Come on, get in there. Thank you. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. If I had another screwdriver head, this would be better. Ooh. That's not a good sound. I mean, I've clearly unseated one of the... Like, that clicking means something. Hiya. I also really wish this was not powered on right now. Clearly, I have missed a joint somewhere in this thing. Aha! There we go. Okay, that's one side. There's also all manner of gross skin cells coming out of this thing, and I'm like, do not want. There we go. Oop. Maybe. Maybe not. I may have celebrated prematurely. But we're making the progress, which is important. Okay. A little further. Just a little further. Okay. I have the biggest pimple on my shoulder and another one on my eyebrow. Nice. Wish I could... This is gonna sound really weird out of context, but I swear I'm talking to my significant other right now. I wish I could pop those pimples, dude. Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Ha ha. A little further. Come on. Just one more. Come on. Get out of there. Oh, there we go. 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 Okay. I'm going to disconnect this ribbon cable. Remind me to plug that back in. Okay. So, we have this analog trigger, which is probably not in the best shape. So we got the vibration motors 1 and 2. We got vibration motor 1, heavy vibration, light vibration. We got the battery. We got the analog triggers, one of which work. Okay, so the left triggers work fine. We don't need to look at those. It's the right triggers that are being troublesome. Why? What's wrong here? Ah! Haha! I'm a wizard. So it looks a little lopsided now, but it works in theory. We're gonna plug this into my computer and find out soonish. Okay, now we gotta figure out how to get this back together, which should be relatively simple. It should be just snapping this plastic shell back onto the controller. If I had some breathing protection, I'd sand out some of these rough edges I've created, but I don't, so I can't. Okay, well, we fixed the... In theory, we have fixed the... Wow, a lot of people are streaming right now. I have fixed the control... I have fixed the button. Essentially, what happened, for those of you curious, somehow the dog, in the process of nomming on this controller... Ooh, no, battery, stay in your seat, battery. The dog unseated the on the right R2. If we're looking at the controller as though we're holding it, the dog unseated the left hinge. And the process of unseating that left hinge also made the R1 button stick in. So that's what happened. And we fixed it. So now we cross our heart and hope to high heaven and hell and whatever else that we can get this ribbon cable back in there. There we go. Ribbon cable's reseated. Ooh. We've lost a plastic piece. Hopefully not the most important thing in the world. We're gonna just, oop. Okay, the controller is off, I think, I hope. So now we reseat this boy, like so. Do this, and there we go. Seal her back up. Oh, mother. Oh, dunkaroos. Okay, so the R1's a little sticky. But, uh-oh. The R1 remains a little sticky. Well, I guess we're taking this apart again. It shouldn't be too bad this second time. Oh yeah, it's not. It just comes right off. Come on. Come on out of there. There we go. So, something in the casing is making this stick. Because it doesn't stick when the case is open. You know, we could probably, in theory, turn this on and connect it to my computer while it's done like this. No, we can't. The charger, the port that would let me plug it in is in the back half of the casing. So there is something afoot in this part of the casing, this piece of the shell that we disconnected that ribbon cable from, that is causing this issue. And I get the sense that it's some of this plastic being bent incorrectly. Because if you look, I'll try and bring this over to the camera, ooh, without losing pieces. Where's the camera? I need to see the camera. So, if you look, this is reversed. See how the R button responds as intended? Like this? So that means something yeah, those are just digital buttons. It's fine. So I may actually have to go get my sandpaper and start sanding, which is unfortunate. That's not what I wanted to be doing tonight. It's a big pain. Okay, so if I unseat this battery, do I have any screws to take out for this? There are 3 screws, I think, or maybe just 2, that I would have to unseat. No, that's the reset button. So, what would I have to undo to get this piece of plastic here out of the controller? Where is it? Where is it attached? I think this piece of plastic is actually part of the controller, part of the circuit board. So we're going to undo this with the Phillips head. There's one screw open through the plastic that the battery sits in. So we're going to undo that. We're going to see what we get. Well, good sign. The PCB looks like it's just immediately coming loose. So now we ever so gently attempt to lift the PCB out of the controller and find that we are impeded by a ribbon cable at a minimum. What's going on here? Why is this still adhering? Oh, because of the analog sticks. I'm a dummy, that's why. And there's a really short ribbon cable here. Ugh. Okay, this is not feasible for me to remove. And now I may have borked myself. Congratulations, you played yourself. Maybe. If I can get the analog. Okay, this is how I took it out. So this is how I can take it back in. I can get the analog stick assembly. There we go. I can get the analog sticks assembly to seat correctly, which I have. Then we can take this screw and put it back in. How are my internet gays today, speaking of internet gay lingo? Oops. Hey, don't do that. Don't drop your screwdriver while you're putting the controller back together. Alright, that's all the tighter that needs to be. Okay, so obviously it's pretty clear at this point that the rear portion of the casing is the problem here, which is troublesome because I don't really have much way to troubleshoot that. If we just try to dry fit this boy. It's fine like that. But it sticks when it seats. So, also, to be clear, that's what happens. It sticks. No, don't start up. It's the opposite of what I wanted you to do. Great. Oh, that's what that piece is. Where is that? Shoot. Oh, there it is. It's the reset button extender. So we know where that goes now. Okay. So, good news. We do this. We hit the R2 button, and it opens it back up. That may be good or bad news, depending on who you ask. Oh no. So, hitting the R2 button unsticks it. That's a problem. Try and turn it off. Trying to turn it off. I'm waiting for it to turn. There we go. What's it getting stuck on here? shoot. This is not what I wanted to learn today. This is really not what I wanted to happen with this. I wanted it to be a real quick one and done kind of thing. But looks like maybe like it doesn't stick here, so what if we apply some pressure? If we apply some pressure to the whole assembly, well, that's troublesome. Also, we need to put the reset button extension back in there next time, okay? Somebody remind me to do that. See, I want to take the whole controller assembly out again because I need to have that section of the controller isolated. But I don't want to unplug this ribbon cable because I don't know where it goes and what it does. I would assume the ribbon cable is for the touchpad. Do I have some kind of way to sand this down or like pare it down with some scissors or something? Like it's a little ham-fisted with work. Do I have a file? A knife? I don't want to use a knife. The knife's really heavy-handed. I was not expecting to have to use this, and I don't think this is anywhere near sharp enough for to be the right tool for the job. But we're gonna do this. Cue the cringing. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a trim here, very gently. Gentle persuasion. What's that sound? Just open her up a little bit. Ow. Okay. And we're gonna... This is what we don't do, by the way. Ow. You really shouldn't cut toward your hand, by the way. You know, I'd be worried about doing this, because then my brother would know what I'm doing to this poor controller. But also, I can guarantee my little brother never watches this, so... Or, ow! By the time he watches it. Why do I keep impaling myself just ever so slightly with this knife? I'm a dingus is why. And I don't use this knife safely enough. This is what we don't do, kids. Do as I say, not as I do. Be safe with a knife. This is one thing I will say, do not copy me in doing. Like, there are other things that I have done on camera that, like, yeah, sure, go ahead. It's whatever. It's your life, child, but not this. I was really hoping to not have to use this knife, by the way. So now we try to put this back together and find that it doesn't want to go back together anymore because I'm a dingus and I modified the case without looking at it structurally. Okay, first and foremost, this reset button extender needs to get back in its house. It needs to go home because not having a reset button on a controller is absolutely unideal. It's, as the kids say, untubular. Do kids still say tubular and anti-tubular, I guess? Okay. Hey! Did it. Because I'm gripping it tight so that it's, you know, well seated in the controller housing. And the R1 button is now fixed. And the warranty is now void, but, you know, it's fine. Probably wasn't under warranty anyway. It came with the system, for crying out loud. And my brother has had this since I got a Wii U. And I got a Wii U right before I went to college. So, 3 to 4 years. You know, we probably should, like, boot up a game real quick and check if it works properly. We might do that, actually. I really shouldn't over-tighten these in case something like this happens again. Also, this was the worst idea, working on a controller with black everything on a black table. Anyway, kids, the moral of the story is you can learn to fix the thing that you have broken, but it may be a bit of a bodge to do so. Also, be safer than your Papa Glacier, who was a major dingaloid and used a knife very dangerously rather than, you know, safely, like the cool kids do. I might actually sharpen that knife and use it on D&D stream. Not D&D stream. When I'm making physical dice, I mean. Just to, like, have something to take the big bits out. Because, you know, the dice are not entirely made via sanding. You kind of gotta whittle them a little bit, too, I suppose. Alright, all the buttons seem to be working. So, now what we do is, first of all, we put away our screwdriver. So I don't not know where it is later. Put away the knife. Into its home it goes. And we, I am going to put this on YouTube, by the way, but severe disclaimer. I have no idea what I'm doing. This was entirely improvised. And I'm by no means an expert. If you want a real tutorial, go find one on YouTube. I might even link a real tutorial in the description of this, like, just to say, don't do what I just did. Do what this person did. Anyway. So, I'm going to turn off I'm going to put up the BRB for a little bit while I move things around so we can work on the dice.